Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to fly the A10. If you want to know how to start it, I already made a video on that, so go watch that first. Okay, so after you started your A10, you want to taxi. Taxiing is probably one of the most important steps, because it's also one of the most difficult. When you're taxiing, it took me about 4 tries and tens of thousands of in-game money to successfully even get to the runway. So what you want to do, taxis, first you want to get to a stable speed. So you can just tap space a few times. Space is for acceleration, shift is for deceleration. So I suggest just clicking space one time to get like a steady speed. You know your speed by zooming in on the little panel above your HUD, which shows your airspeed and your altitude. The airspeed is a very important feature that you need to take off and whatnot. So, for taxiing, I don't recommend going over 40 airspeed to taxi to the runway. To take off, you need about 200, but that's not important now. So after you steadily make your way over to the runway by shifting and spacing, your first tries you probably will crash, but after you do it a bunch, then you should be good. So yeah, when you are taxiing, it is incredibly important to go slowly your first time. Step 2 is actually flying your aircraft. To fly your aircraft, you need 200 airspeed to take off. Before you take off, make sure both of your engines are complete, which both of the RPM for RPM L and RPM R should be somewhat leaning towards the right of the little circular thing. I don't know what it's called, sorry. But yeah, if both of them are leaning or inclined right, that means you're clear for takeoff. For takeoff, you will hold space. Make sure you not click shift or hold shift during your takeoff. That will completely ruin it. It's okay if you have a wobbly takeoff. As long as you hit 200 airspeed, you can then hold S or tap S slightly to get stable. Once you are in the air, you will most likely feel accomplishment, as I did, because I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars even getting in the sky once. So yeah, it's quite difficult. Yeah. So after you're in the sky, it is simple WASD commands. It's pretty simple from there. Landing is one of the most difficult steps, so now we'll be moving on to that. Okay, for landing your aircraft, I went 10 times. Trying to land it, all failed, except for the final one, of course. But yeah, landing is extremely difficult in my opinion. Maybe I'm just bad, but I don't really know. You need to lower your airspeed before you land. If you are going above 280 airspeed while you hit touchdown to the runway, you are not going to be able to slow down in time before hitting into something. While you're landing, I suggest before you touch down, you should be at least under 250 airspeed, and maybe not that. As you can see here, my landing was not the greatest, but I didn't have much airspeed, which let me slow down. So as long as you're moving in with low airspeed and you don't hit into something, you'll be good for landing. Okay guys, there is your tutorial on how to fly the A10. If you were confused at the beginning on how to start it, just go over and watch my other video. Otherwise, Merry Christmas!